I'm seeing, like,
wow.
While it is a domination of one side, it's also an exciting, like, way that, like, there are people who are going to lose from losers that are going to have to face I don't know. And, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to have to deal with that. Good luck.
And hey, Krugbo, making top 8. I don't even know how often he plays NASB at the locals. I don't actively play Smash anymore very much myself. I play HDR, but like, he's very active in Ultimate, way more active in Ultimate as it's his main game. Almost has been ranked in New Jersey, which is a crazy stacked state for Smash Ultimate, by the way. We got Tweak, we got Syrup, we got JoeCool, all those amazing players, and he almost got ranked with K-Rool. So to talk about his skill as a platform fighter player, getting top 8 in a game that I don't know how often he plays, he definitely got matchup checked by I don't know, showing how much he doesn't know, but there's absolutely no doubt in Krugbo's skill. So we're praising I don't know, but I gotta clap it up for Krugbo. 7th is not bad in a bracket like this, over 100 players. That is absolutely insane, but I don't know. I don't know, man. Just I don't know. I don't know might win the bracket. I don't know. All right? I don't know. Wow. That was dominant.
Really, like, the fact that happened after that, like, answer, like, 0 to death, basically. God, that matchup, I mean, at the very beginning, I was like, oh, going Zim? I wonder why. And then thought about it for 2 seconds, like, oh, I guess this does make sense. And then by the end of the set, I have learned that that's gotta be one of Plankton's worst matchups. Straight up.
Debatable. Yeah, and Krugbo, and Krugbo even in the chat right now saying he doesn't play NASB at all.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Just goes to show his fundamentals.
Yeah, amazing work. Fantastic run.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, I remember the first time I played a good Zim, and the second I did, I was like, yeah, this character's not the worst in the game.
Me too!
There's actually no way.
Yeah,
this character,
no
PM,
way.
Ivysaur, Laser, that needling in the plasma ball,
yeah, the
puppet character in the Gur, yeah, like there's...
Full stage lasers.
Look, he's not good. He's still not good. I'm telling y'all right now, he's not.
He's like bottom 5.
Yeah, he's
not the
definitely...
worst.
Definitely not the worst. I would still give that to Nigel, but you wouldn't think that because we got a one in top 8 winners side coming up for you all later in Tunnel. I don't know how to pronounce it. There's players out here that I haven't seen before. It's an Arcadian. What do y'all want me to say? What do y'all want me to do?
All sorts of new faces. Tuttle has been.
I'm like too excited right now. I apologize.
I remember Tuttle playing as 1 and stuff. Oh, but right now we're getting.
Fade
our other Plankton
versus JoeCool.
This is, I mean, if no one switches characters, which maybe they will, because I have not heard. I've heard this matchup can also be tough, but this is Plankton versus Jenny, hypothetically.
Yes, and this is Panda Bear, I believe. This, if I'm not mistaken, this is the villager from Chicago. That plays Ultimate, I think. I could be very wrong about that.
Correct.
I am correct. Thank you. I wanted to make sure. Thank you so much. Lower seed because I don't know how active of a NASB player Panda Bear is, but out here playing Plankton, not too surprising. I would imagine that if somebody who Smash Ultimate is their main game, and I don't even know if Smash Ultimate is their main game anymore, would play a character along the lines of Rocco. That seems more like the villager player to me. But Plankton, another very projectile-heavy base character for sure. Also a command grab on deck, as we saw earlier in the previous set with Krugbo. Not too surprising to see Panda Bear in JoeCool, I should say, as the tag.
Oh my goodness.
Out here going up against Fade, who was a sleeper pick to take the entire tournament, if you ask me.
Oh, for sure. Fade is very impressive. But
yeah.
JoeCool also showing really amazing spacing with Plankton. These wave dashes to get, like, Plankton's grab and everything. Oh, this little slime and dash back. Oh! And a perfectly placed enhanced sauce. Going for that cheeky back throw at ledge.
We're on a
Classic
big stage.
Plankton.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that is classic Plankton, and if you want to avoid classic Plankton like you are if you're Fade, you gotta take advantage of the big terrain here and try to needle Plankton harder than he can needle you. You are Jenny, you are this character's, like, typical, like, zoner archetype, if that makes any sense. Like, very Snake-esque Nikita, if that makes any sense. Plankton's a big body. He can have a hard time dealing with that, as we saw in the previous set with Zim. If Zim can do all that to Plankton, I imagine that Jenny can do the same.
my
And if you're the one interacting with Plankton instead, this character's kill power is going to dominate Jenny regardless of the stage size.
Amazing grab. Oh my goodness. That was such a good catch. Really pressuring Fade a lot. Jenny is great and can recover from far away, but every time I see Jenny have to recover, there's no hitbox on that. She's pretty vulnerable.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. And that
and you know Plankton, when he jumps up above you, if your recovery has no hitbox, Plankton jumps above you and like drops bombs like he's Kendrick, bro. Like it's not that's not exactly you need a hitbox on that recovery to be able to deal with that. And right now, let's see how JoeCool's gonna get this ledge trap. Oh, actually just gonna eat the dash attack, never mind.
Okay, beefy back. I mean, at this percent, no. But okay, Plankton. At this percent, Plankton should die now. Like, but unfortunately for Jenny, back air, yes, that is her most reliable kill move. Other than that, like, maybe up throw, not gonna work on Plankton. He's extremely heavy. Maybe, like, her strong attacks, which are all kind of slow. So, I think we're gonna have to see... Oh, nice chain grab. I think we'll be having to see more back airs. Ooh. Okay,
like that?
That'll do it. There we go. Great.
The professional analysis of Sonsa out here for all of you. I want more back airs. Fade was like, bet. And then just did it immediately. And
she doesn't have many other options.
Gimped Plankton for it.
But yes, I think that move is kind of necessary here. And, if possible, more missiles, which I think some people... Oh my, look at this Plankton pressure. The chum bucket, the downcharge projectile. And, like, sort of this cover from this pizza platform over here. Okay, but another chain grab. Ooh,
good reactions on the part of Fade. Recognizing the DI in. I love the jab reset to get another hit out there. A lot of damage.
Percent. Ugh, gonna need a bit more. Oh, nice tech. Oh, really vital spot dodge. Okay. Gets to save burst for another day.
That was so scary. And we got a full meter as far as saving burst, potentially even more creative combos on top of that as we got a whole other bar to waste on top of a potential burst being saved on the part of Fade. But Fade is still lapped by almost 100%, almost linear-wise right now, Sonsa.
Yeah, really. Oh my goodness. But Fade trying, oh my goodness, trying to whittle Joe down, like push, like the advantage, push stage control by throwing these missiles. Oh, but yeah, Joe is really, oh, there's that classic Plankton we were worried about with a few chumsicles. Okay.
I wouldn't even
that
worry about
is
trying
so
to.
good.
I wouldn't even worry about trying to give. I wouldn't even worry about trying to give Jenny with a bag like that when she's like at 0%.
Right.
And you have full meter. Like I would just forward throw and just try to get like some more like damage or something.
Oh yeah.
Eventually.
Plankton's forward throw does inflict a burn status, which like whittles a few more percent after. Okay.
Jenny's not exactly the most gimpable character. I mean, her recovery's got no hitbox, but at the same time, it still goes pretty damn far.
Yeah, and you can like angle it in so many different ways. You can get really creative with it. Gosh, Joe really like fighting fire with fire. These projectiles just answering back with his own. Oof. But Fade sort of baiting it and going in with a dash attack. Oh,
You're kidding. Oh no, that's the second time we got pinballed up the bottom of the Olive Garden.
And that was actually pretty close, but yeah, that was... You gotta tech those.
Yeah, 2 times in a row. Oh, not 2 times in a row, but 2 times in that game, I should say, getting pinballed by that thing. That's very unfortunate. And it's not to say that Fade's techs were completely off cut. They did take a really good like down air or something. I don't remember what hit.
No, I'm remembering that sequence. Teched the Chumpsicle stage spike and then got on stage and spot dodged the side special command grab. That was vital. And unfortunately, like, they ended up losing their stock a little bit after anyway, but it was still you know.
It really do be like that in this ish of a world, don't it, Sansa? Yeah.
Oh, that's tough. Wow, wait. That's tough. This is supposed to be a tougher matchup for Plankton, from what I've heard. But JoeCool actually takes round 1. Wow.
You know, I mean, Jenny does very similar things to Zim, but at the same time, I could kind of see this being a little bit better for Plankton.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like Zim's got some pretty good mix-ups up close, as well as Jenny does too, but at the same time, Jenny is a little bit more reliant on the elongated long-range game than Zim is. And it usually, you would think that Jenny would be a worse character than Zim because of it, but that's not true, because Jenny's long-range options are just that much better for the most part, as well as her just having like strong burst options up close. So you would think that that would be just as bad against Plankton, but I mean, when I don't know, I'm having a hard time putting it into words right now, which sucks because that's literally my only job right now at this very moment. But you know, I feel like if you're trying to beat Plankton in the long range department, the thing is that Jenny's projectiles, while having more mobility with them and potentially a little bit more utility, they're slower. And Plankton's are a little bit faster. And the reason Plankton's losing to Zims is because Zims are way faster and took Plankton's win condition away from him. In this matchup, Jenny can play the long-range option really well, if not just as good as Zim, but hers are just a little bit slower to the point where look at all this sauce that Plankton is able to get on Jenny, as well as having a slightly bigger hurt box on top of it as well. So while they do similar things, Jenny does it just a little bit slower, and I feel like that slower speed is just enough to give Plankton just a little bit more of a second lease on life.
It's definitely true, and I also do think a part of what we're seeing, though, which I absolutely respect, is that Fade is seemingly trying to be more aggressive, like, rather than fading back with a bunch of missiles, is trying to go in, maybe baiting with a missile, but then trying to rush in with a dash attack, really wants to, like, juggle and get damage. Like, right now could be throwing missiles, there's one eventually, but yeah, deciding rather. Oh my god. Damn.
That first strong, that up strong, oh my god.
I love
that.
The hunger.
That was such a good call out. I love that from JoeCool.
Fade going for that chest burst, like strong in air, but it's slow, it's hard to land.
Yeah, you gotta be careful using that move, because its best utilization is the fact that it propels Jenny backwards when she does it. It like sort of shifts her hurt box for her. Kind of like a Zom air, if that makes any sense. Like Rob's back air in Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, basically, right?
For sure.
When you're just getting peppered with projectiles, though, it doesn't really matter too much. It's all about making the right decisions in the beef. Not needing to do that because we are on Jellyfish Fields, some of the biggest blast zones, but off the sides, not as much. Needing to use the burst there is Fade.
Oh god. That was scary. That would have been sure death if that upcharge grapple worked.
Yeah, you see what I mean about the projectiles being slower though. If JoeCool let the grappler rip right there, I think he would have been able to grab Fade before the rocket was going to reach him.
Yeah, I also just can't help but that I was just about to start talking about that down special like laser eyes move, which maybe in like if they were more like how they are in Nickelodeon Brawl 1, where they actually like have a hitbox as they hit the ground, not in the air, but like when they explode on the ground and on walls, the little explosions have knockback. If that actually was a factor, because in this game, they don't have any hitbox at all, and when you do it, it just does like 1 or 2% or whatever. I think that would be a very helpful tool in this matchup. It's
just like a transcendent projectile is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's if you play Smash, it's like Fox Laser and she does like 5 of them. It's not really good. I think, personally, I think it's the worst special in the whole game.
You don't see her do it much because she can wind up just giving up stage control because while you get hit by it, you just eat it and just walk towards her and hit her.
Yup.
Unfortunate
in
for Jenny.
Nickelodeon Brawl 1, it also, like, she would maybe stall in the air while she did it, which could, like, give you some safety, and, like, oh, characters have to spend time jumping up to get her, and then she's already done with the move, she can land with her infamous Nair. In this one, she doesn't stall in the air, which I think is a good change, but it doesn't have a hitbox at all. There's no reason to use that move, unfortunately. But if it had its hitbox, I think it would be a really useful tool in this matchup.
No reason to use that tool, especially against Plankton. At least against brawler characters or like slower characters that don't have like the crazy projectiles that Plankton has.
Right.
You can do it and potentially get away with it because they just can't get to you in time.
Yeah.
Plankton can just launch a better, beefier projectile at you that's gonna beat it, and what's gonna happen to him? He's just gonna eat a little bit of damage. Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
There's no more slime. We're not gonna
so
get one
much
more.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're seeing
One of the
Fade-
most tilting things in this game to get hit
no.
by the way. I'm just gonna say that. The double command grab.
Yeah.
Same with like Patrick or like Patrick or any other character that's got that for sure.
Absolutely. Gosh, that's such big damage. We've seen a couple times in this match. Fade has even tried the down special lasers, and it literally did like 5% maybe. It's just not worth it. Yeah, nice, 2%. But yeah, that was a really good catch on Plankton's recovery. Really good to like zoom down there and back air like as he was up lighting. Oh my gosh, has to burst. Oh,
Wave dash back. Wave dash back stomp was so clean. Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
JoeCool doing a great job, like, throwing these chum buckets with the safety of the platforms above, too, as extra cover against any landings.
Yeah, that's another reason some people really are not a fan of jellyfish fields, because half the time the ledge trapping becomes pretty free on a stage like that when like your landings become that much more linear, I should say. Or at the very least, against more projectile heavy characters like both the ones you're seeing here, you remove an entire plane of access or like a way to approach them by a platform being above them, because you can't approach them from the Y-axis anymore. I know for a fact there's certain players who are not exactly allowed in this event because they are too goated with the sauce for Megas. It's like just can run under the platform, spam their projectile over and over again, and they love jellyfish because it's a legitimate strategy.
Very proficient.
Yeah, and it works. Megas isn't allowed in the event. This is not allowed in the Arcadian. You're too good. You're too good. What do you want me to say?
But if JoeCool keeps this up, he ain't gonna be allowed in the next one either.
And JoeCool doesn't seem to like the bigger stages either. Wants to overwhelm the projectile character with his seemingly better projectiles.
Right.
Because on Harmonic and Pariah's Keep, that ain't gonna happen. Jenny's gonna have a lot more room to work with on those stages for sure.
I hope Fade has Harmonic banned. Oh my goodness. You do not want to take Plankton to Harmonic.
JoeCool does not want to go to Harmonic either. It's banned.
Oh, okay.
On Joe's end. Take a look.
God, wow, interesting.
Yeah. So no worries, no Harmonic on the table. I don't exactly
see.
know what they picked. I wasn't paying attention. Tell them to do it again for me.
Okay.
And Technodrome.
Technodrome. Okay. Love how on theme we are, though. Like, we got the robot fighting the mech with this giant robot eyeball in the background and everything. Very cute.
Definitely, like at least one too many robots on screen right now. I don't know which
Very
one's got to
aesthetic.
go, but one of them's got to do it for sure. And it's looking like it's looking like Fade's got to go right now. If Fade's gonna keep eating a bunch of beefy hitboxes like that, JoeCool confidently with stage control right now, but Fade turns it around.
Okay. Yeah. I see that chest burst getting charged, and it's kind of slow, but if you're gonna land it on someone, Plankton is a big, beefy body that could potentially work on. Some nice patience. Okay. Answering. But okay, this is the second match in a row, where Joe's sitting on the ledge and seemingly waiting for the missile, just to like, oh great, there's that end lag, now I can recover safely. I might want to avoid the missile, actually. Ooh. Whoa, okay. Interesting creative recovery.
It needed like every resource to get back against Jenny right there. That didn't have much to do with the ledge trapping, just the rocket.
Yeah.
All it took in that regard. And I gotta say, Fade is doing a much better job, not only at capitalizing off the level, but also as far as just maintaining stage control as well. Without platforms above necessarily, it seems a little bit easier for Fade to be able to handle this right here, as well as get this command grab. Can I get another grab? Oh no, just going with the Nair for the reset instead, but misses the platform tech chase. That could have been so much more damage, Salsa.
Yeah, a lot of damage. There's that chest burst. Oh my, I was like, is that actually gonna kill? Even if it didn't kill, good distance, maybe? Yes, an actual edge. Oh my god, that chest burst basically killed at 50 because it sent enough distance to get the edgehog. Oh my goodness.
That can happen against Plankton sometimes. You know, he's not you don't always got that Campbell's chicken noodle capability against him, but when you do, you gotta remember to grab the ledge. Against him, it's so important, and Fade The adaptation has been absolutely insane so far. This
Amazing
seems like a
adjustments.
completely different player.
Yes, it seems to have been like, okay, I get how Joe is recovering. I see exactly when to go down, when the start of an end lag is. I'll just spike here. I'll just chest burst here. And it's working. 2 stocks up. Oh, with the
Dude.
with the slime dash finish.
Oh my god, that was clean.
That was
That
so
was clean. That was
confident.
cleaner than Jenny's forehead right now.
Oh my, so polished. You think after those first 2 matches, someone would maybe be like, oh, I gotta be careful, maybe play a little more nervous, like, I gotta really watch out. That was, I'm going in harder. Forget like the aggression not working, I have to be more aggressive. And it really paid off. Oh my goodness.
Jenny's got the burst option. She's got, I should say, more than anything, the hitboxes. You know, this is a character where she's considered at the very worst, or at very worst and very best mid, because, yeah, like, she's a zoner type, really, or zoner / trapper type, but she's got buttons up close. And
She does.
that's something that I should say that, you know, what we saw with Zim in the previous set, works in more niche situations, but Zim can do very well against Plankton just because Zim can beat Plankton at his own game.
Right.
Jenny can't necessarily beat Plankton at his own game, but Jenny's her own game works, if that makes any sense. Yeah, it's like Jenny doesn't need to play Plankton's game, really. She could just play it for a little bit and then just go in and be just goated with the sauce, literally, and just get those back airs in off the level and get those edge guards out. I can only imagine where we are going, and we don't have to, actually. It's looking like it's going to be Urkin Armada Invasion.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, so immediately, I don't know about you, but like red alert in my head. Do not get grabbed by Plankton with that command grab in the middle of the stage, because then he's gonna land on the top platform and kill you that much earlier. That is a major thing to look out for. Ooh.
And what is Jenny's weight category, right? She's like pretty middle of the pack, right?
I remember in the first game, she was actually like a heavy, because she has like this big heavy metal. I think canonically she's 800 pounds, or 600. But anyway.
She was also taller in that game as well.
That's true.
In
this game,
for reasons.
she is like normal weight. She is like SpongeBob weight.
Okay.
So they did tone that. I guess they kind of went with more of a. They gave her a new projectile. They ramped up the zoning a little bit. So maybe they thought if she was really heavy, it would be a little annoying. So she got a little bit of a nerf to her weight. She's average here in this game.
Okay, so average weight can still, with the knockback growth of Plankton's command grab, definitely will spell disaster.
Ooh.
Off that top platform if you're not careful. Fortunately, Jenny's got a lot of projectiles, can play from the long range if she has to, but
Right.
then that might just suffer her to getting ledge trapped. I'm starting to understand why Plankton wanted to come here.
Gosh. Oh no! Missing the ledge. I seemed like tried to get to the ledge there to get like a back air, set up some sort of edge guard, but only went a little bit over. No big deal. Back to neutral. Fade's got definitely more slime than Joe right now. Oops. Oh, and there's that back air.
Yep.
Oh my, and Jenny can actually afford to go that deep, whereas a character like, I don't know, Grandma Gertie or whatever, like, can't. Like, Jenny is one of these characters that can go so deep and land a beefy back air because of her amazing recovery. Ooh. Ouch. But
Yeah, as far
still
as the
gonna
slime
die that
management
grab.
goes, no saving burst when you're at that high percent against Plankton. Instead, electing to utilize it for a slime dash to try to get back to the level wound up not being worth it in the long run. This meter management against Plankton is going to be really, really important. You do not want to get caught in disadvantage against this behemoth of a character,
Aye.
because then you won't be able to burst that off the side blast zones, and you're going to wind up dying at all sorts of unholy percents.
No way. Okay, no way. We're still getting edge guarded over here.
This is what I'm talking about.
Okay,
This is what
okay,
I'm talking about. You
swerve.
do not want to get caught in disadvantage with
Oh my
very
gosh.
little to no slime against Plankton. That's why you do proper slime management against this character. So important.
That last stock, Joe, Fade was keeping up the aggression, which I love, but there were such clear answers. Joe has really good adaptation and adjustments too. Really had an answer for every moment there. And then further, the start of this stock was very scary. But since then, it's been going Fade's way. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no slime shield off the F strong right there on the part of JoeCool. Gonna eat that knockback, gonna wind up teetering, and gonna eat another one and just die for
Whoa.
it. There we go. There's that slime dash again. This time
Yes.
working out for
Not getting a
Fade a
huge
little bit
punish.
better.
Yeah.
Still was able to get back to the level, but oh no! Oh, you gotta stop jumping there, please! Please!
Oh my goodness.
It's such a bad spot to be in against Plankton.
This is potentially Fade's last stock of the tournament. Gotta be careful. Or gotta double down on that aggression. Gotta just... Something's gotta give.
This is not a good position to be in against Plankton. Down an entire stock. Meter slowly building on the part of JoeCool. You're a long-range projectile-based character. It's gonna take a little bit longer to kill Plankton than it will for him to kill you.
Using that slime for a cancel. Okay, but burst back as an intro.
We're in there.
Really perfect spacing. Avoiding that hitbox and getting that chest burst, which is so strong.
You can keep Plankton at disadvantage for just as long as he can do the same to you. This character is a combo. He's perfect, you know, combo size and weight for sure. Fade pretty much virtually evening this out already, but now we're in the scariest position to be in against Plankton. Dead even last stock.
Gosh, that upcharge slime sauce move like hits so hard. That's so dangerous. But Fade does. Oh, dodging that barely. Does have enough slime now for a burst, so that's a little bit of an insurance policy if anything really goes wrong. There's no. Okay, got a little 2%.
JoeCool also with no
Oh
burst
no,
on
you
his
gotta
own.
burst that. Okay.
SCI down was crazy. That would have been the game for sure if that command grab hit, but just narrowly rolling away is Fade. Trying to space these aerials so well. Finally getting the burst dash attack. That's gonna do it! Wow!
Oh, wow. That's 2-2.
That was mortifying.
Jenny's trying to clean all this sauce off of her. Ready for... There we go. She got
That's
it.
like chum. I mean, you know what that ish is made of? That is, you want that off of you for sure.
And she got it.
That...
all nice and clean.
I'm sorry, but like my heart is pounding. That is...
Yeah!
That is such a terror. Everybody's been in that position against a Plankton before. It's not fun. It's really not fun. It's very scary with the survivability and just long-range prowess of this character. To be able to just keep your cool when you're down by that much and like just dish it back out like that. My God, what a set! And now we're going to Game 5, Salsa.
Gosh. Had to fight for that tournament
excited.
life and fought hard and got it. Got the Game 5. This is it. Now both of their tournament runs are on the line. There's no other game. This is it. And
Food Dream
oh my gosh.
and Jellyfish are banned. Jellyfish, I'm assuming, banned because Plankton lives forever there. That is not fun to deal with there for Plankton. Plus, off the sides, the side blast zones are really small. So the EX sauce will just kill Jenny at even earlier percents potentially than it did on Urkin just now that we saw, as well as Food Dream doesn't want to play too elongated of a long-range game against Plankton, and apparently doesn't want to keep it too small either because Rooftop is the last ban. We're going back to Urkin.
We're going back to Urkin. Okay, that was a really close game. Anyone could have won there. So
yeah,
I see the logic. Okay.
Yeah, Fade's probably just thinking like, okay, stop getting hit by EX sauce.
Yeah, that
Two of my
did happen
stocks
at least 2 times.
Died really early to that shit. Like really early.
Like at 50, yeah. Oh my god.
Just don't let that happen to you. Don't let it be you. Don't let it be you. All right?
It's a very good move.
It's a very good move.
But you gotta... It's easy to forget, potentially, but gotta keep it in mind. Gotta try to expect it, not get too surprised. Okay, whoa, the nair!
That was a ballsy option, and it worked.
It worked! Oh, and this tantrum down charge, okay.
I love the
mighty
tantrum.
mallets. It's very cute. Oh, there's
It's one of my
that
favorite
sauce.
scenes from the show.
Adorable. Oh! Slime dashing right into a grab, watch out. This fire and sauce debuff. Even the EX slime, not only does it like hit hard and kill like really good, but it also stacks this sauce debuff, which can slow the character down, like limit their DI. So that's really a fun bonus that if you're the one getting that status inflicted on you, you really don't want it. It's just not, it doesn't help. Oh, okay.
Oh,
right
my God!
The missile into back air. Perfect.
This adaptation has been crazy on the part of Fade. JoeCool looking like this. I mean, if Fade keeps playing the way that they're playing right now, this might be something else. I gotta say, just taking much better... It's just taking much better advantage of the fact that Plankton is like the worst combo food in this entire game. For sure. Like,
Yeah.
you get Plankton at disadvantage, you can keep him there permanently if he lets you, for sure. And Jenny, no exception, because once this character's up close, she may be a projectile-heavy character, but once she's in, she's definitely got, like, the quicker close-range options than Plankton does. And I think Fade kind of remembered that after Game 3.
Yup. Oh my gosh. Okay. A little bit of help with the approach with these projectiles. Pushing. Oh my gosh! Pushing Jade not just pushing Joe not just to the corner, but under the stage with that stage spike. Fade with a pretty respectable lead.
Okay.
Okay.
No,
Oh, no!
that's not a that's more than a
Oh.
respectable lead now.
That was so unfortunate. Joe's
Oh,
gotta
that's-
keep his cool if he's. This is the last stock. This is game 5. There's no more games after this. Okay. Big damage.
Yeah, but the
Not gonna
reduced
kill
knockback.
because of, yeah, the knockback nerf on when you slime cancel stuff. Nice spot dodge. That grab has long range, but
Dude.
if you miss it, it's got bad end lag too.
So scary. The confidence on the part of Fade, just going for that dare off the level again and again against Plankton, the one character
Yeah.
in the game that can negate it.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Oh, Yono just sitting there trying to get a get-up attack, but getting chest bursted. A pixel away from getting spiked. That was gonna be it. Joe doesn't have slime burst or anything. Oh my gosh. This is so... I think Joe is in such a bad spot. Ugh.
Yeah, this
Fade
is
trying
looking.
to get the finish. Okay,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna say it yet because there's a stock right there, and
Yeah.
this would be a hell of a comeback to make back. But I don't know.
Ooh.
I've seen crazier ones. We're
Oh my
fine. We're
goodness.
fine. It's Jenny. It's Jenny.
Okay,
We're
okay. Flying a little bit barely above that back air,
fine.
but...
Too close to the sun.
Oh, that will do it. Oh my gosh, the mighty mallet. No. No, not
fist.
mighty mallet.
And
The
here comes
fists
the
of
giant
fury.
fist.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
What a reverse.
That's a reverse 3-0.
3-0. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They reverse 3-0'd him so hard, I think it crashed the lobby.
I think we got the infinite loading. Oops.
We did, yeah.
Well,
That
perfect
was-
timing. That would have been annoying in the middle of the set, but at
That
the end
was-
of it, not so bad.
That was such a reverse 3-0 body bag that the game couldn't handle it. And now we gotta reset the lobby. It happens to the best of us for sure, but man, keeping that cool, that composure, and that adaptation
Wow.
against Plankton of all characters, that look, we're all like competitors. We've all like played the game quite a bit. Like that is a locked in player right there to say
Yeah,
that. Fade,
absolutely.